Floyd Mayweather Jr. started his jail sentence on June 1st. Life behind bars is a far cry from the glamorous one he is used to.
And I'm not trying to boast what I have accomplished in life, but I'm just saying this to repeat. They might forget that the best fighter in the world.
Manny Pacquiao recently aimed criticism at Floyd Mayweather Jr. after news surfaced suggesting he may face arrest in connection with a fraud probe. In recent weeks, Mayweather has been under increased attention due to accusations involving questionable real estate ventures and unpaid financial obligations. Responding to the situation, Pacquiao remarked that consequences appear to be catching up with a fighter once celebrated for his fortune, who is now confronting significant issues.
Associated with the Mayweather name over the past several weeks, and Floyd Mayweather has had no control over any.
Manny Pacquiao openly took a swipe at Floyd Mayweather Jr. after news emerged connecting Floyd to a possible arrest in a fraud-related matter. He pointed out that Mayweather had been prioritizing income from exhibition bouts rather than pursuing meaningful achievements in the sport, implying that his arrogance may now be catching up with him. Pacquiao emphasized that genuine champions remain grounded and avoid getting consumed by their own hype. He also reminded supporters that boxing is about creating a legacy that lasts, not just self-promotion or displaying riches, adding that true greatness is proven through actions, not luxury or status symbols.
Big and the issue is big, so I want to.
The feud between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather Jr. has been ongoing for years. Despite their bout happening long ago, the friction between them hasn't faded. Mayweather has repeatedly insisted on his superiority, arguing that Pacquiao never matched his standard, both inside the ring and in terms of public recognition. In various interviews, Floyd continues to question Pacquiao's legacy while elevating his own, often dismissing any comparisons and portraying himself as unmatched in boxing history, all while minimizing Manny's achievements.
Spoke about that, he shouldn't have.
Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather, yeah.
Because it's a time and a place for everything. I'm not gonna say he's right and I'm not gonna say he's wrong. But it's so crazy. When he spoke about it, I could have easily came out and said, yeah, you spoke about it. I ain't have to say nothing. Just by you saying my name, they gave me a check for $4 million. He said my name when he didn't supposed to. Remember I said, it's a time and a place for any and everything. Manny Pacquiao he's not a better fighter than me.
Floyd, what is your assessment of Manny Pacquiao and his shoulder injury?
Come on. This is ridiculous. Excuses, excuses, excuses. He was throwing combinations. Everything seemed just fine. He lost. He know he lost. I lost a lot of respect for him. You fight. If you lose, it's okay. Mayweather was the better man. We fight 10 times, I'm gonna win 10 times. We fight 20 times, I'm gonna win 20 times. We fight 100 times, I'm gonna win 100 times. Manny Pacquiao, you're not on my level. Manny Pacquiao, you will never be on my level. Period. Simple and plain. It's okay to be number 2. It's okay to be right behind me. It's okay. I won. I know I won. I know I'm the best.
Fans in the boxing community have long placed Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather Jr. side by side. Their different fighting approaches, distinct personalities, and career accomplishments have kept discussions alive, with opinions still divided even as both fighters step back from full-time competition. When it comes to character and respect, many within the sport tend to favor Pacquiao. While Floyd frequently highlighted his riches and spoke boldly, Manny maintained a humble and consistent presence, gaining respect not only for his performances but also for who he is outside the ring.
Romello Scudds from Undisputed Spit. I got a question for y'all. What's more impressive? Floyd Mayweather's 50-0 or Manny Pacquiao's world titles in 8 different weight classes? Comment down below.
I won. I know I won. I know I'm the better fighter. We fight 10 times, I'm gonna win 10 times. We fight 20 times, I'm gonna win 20 times. We fight 100 times, I'm gonna win 100 times. Manny Pacquiao he's not a better fighter than me. No.
The strain between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather Jr. also carried over into the courtroom. In 2009, Pacquiao took legal action for defamation after Mayweather publicly suggested he had used performance-enhancing substances. The dispute was later resolved without any financial penalty, but it deepened the hostility that had already defined their rivalry.
Hoping to accomplish with this lawsuit?
Well, I know that the negotiations for this fight have been ongoing, but I just got off the telephone with Daniel Petrocelli, who was the attorney for Manny Pacquiao, literally moments before coming on the air, and I asked him that exact question, and his point was, regardless of whether or not they're negotiating this fight, that that the comments that they alleged that the Mayweather people had made were irresponsible and reckless and malicious, and they had to answer it no matter what. And so they felt like they had no choice but to file the lawsuit regardless of whether or not the fight.
Following his retirement in 2021, Manny Pacquiao turned his attention entirely toward politics. While his bid for the presidency in the Philippines was unsuccessful, he has remained active in public service and continues contributing to charitable causes, strengthening his image as a figure committed to helping others.
Pacquiao is now planning to run for president in his native Philippines this upcoming May. But Shannon, how will you remember Manny as a boxer?
Historically great fighter.
Good for you.
The only fighter to win 8 world titles. I mean, he started out boxing, he was 106 pounds, won a title at, I think, 112, and went all the way up to
108 first.
Went all the way up to 154.
It's impossible. It's just...
I don't believe, I feel very comfortable and said, I don't believe we'll ever see that again, Skip.
We'll never see it again.
And it wasn't like he was fighting bums. When you go back and look at Marco Antonio Barrera and Eric Morales and Oscar Larios and De La Hoya and Hatton and Cotto, Margarita Mosley, Timothy Bradley, Mayweather. Skip. I mean, what do you got to say? He was a champion in 4 different decades.
Yep.
Fighter of the year. First ballot Hall of Fame. He's great. He fought.
Roy Jones Jr., widely regarded as one of the sport's greats, shared his view that Floyd Mayweather Jr. as win over Manny Pacquiao shouldn't be overly glorified, pointing out that Pacquiao was no longer at his peak during their matchup. In his opinion, Floyd benefited from facing a version of Manny that had already passed his prime, rather than taking him on when he was at his absolute best.
I'd be able to take credit for beating Pacquiao after he got knocked out by Marquez, because that's not the same Pacquiao.
Of course.
That's not the Pacquiao at the top of his game.
Yeah, of course.
But in society today, we'll call that person the best fighter ever.
Of course.
When that's not how that goes. That's not reality. But in the business world, it is, because
50 Cent, who previously shared a close relationship with Floyd Mayweather Jr., alleged that Floyd's wealth is not as substantial as it seems. He took aim at Mayweather's lifestyle, suggesting it's largely an act built on overstated deals and artificial displays of riches rather than genuine financial strength
and long-term wealth.
Does Floyd Mayweather, is he as rich as we think he is?
No.
So when we see the $1 million in the bag,
that money, light money, like he can get his hands on that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you can't,
I need some of that light money then.
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Anytime it's like that, look, he is who he is. You can't discredit who he is. Like, and again, I'll tell you, like, I don't mind, telling the truth in situations.
For years, there have been claims that Floyd Mayweather Jr. intentionally delayed facing Manny Pacquiao. A common belief is that he avoided the matchup during Pacquiao's prime and only moved forward with the fight after the Filipino star had already passed his peak form.
Does Manny look like a steroid creation? Does he look like some mini Schwarzenegger? Well, I can give you any other thing that steroid can do, but not natural hand quickness. So if you're right about how Floyd Mayweather is the greatest defensive tactician in the history of boxing, what should he care about how ripped or big the head is of Manny Pacquiao?
27.
Pretty boy Floyd is worried that for the first time in his career, he is going to get hit and hit and hit. He's going to get cut. He's going to get hurt. He is scared to
Man Pacquiao!
In footage from previous years, Manny Pacquiao can be seen directly calling out Floyd Mayweather Jr., urging him to make the fight happen without further delay. Pacquiao looked fully ready to step into the ring and test himself, while Floyd kept postponing the showdown with vague reasons and changing demands.
The fans want.
Yeah.
But the problem is, it's up to him.
Yeah.
Now, all I can say is,
Come on, man. What do you got?
Hold on. My line is open 24 hours and 7 days a week. Anytime he can call me and say yes.
Not on that
I will
phone.
fight, and then the fight will be on.
Why hasn't he called you yet? Do you think he doesn't want to fight you? Why hasn't he called you yet?
I don't know.
I know you just put the phone there, but I mean, Is it a collect call?
It's collect call. So he don't need to pay something or anything. It's a collect call, and he can call me anytime. If he say yes, and then the fight will be on.
Despite being even as one of the top earning athletes in history, Floyd Mayweather Jr. has dealt with growing scrutiny over his financial situation. Stories involving IRS tax troubles and extravagant spending spark concerns, while his reputation as a reliable and smart businessman has slowly been damaged over the years.
Just signed a deal to lease an apartment in Midtown Manhattan. He's going to be paying $100,000 per month for this place. Here's the apartment, you guys. It's got 5 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, 4,000 square feet, and the place is pretty epic, I'm not gonna lie. The description says that this is a double unit and it is a corner unit, so you got a ton of natural light in here. Do you think this place is worth $100,000 per month? Why would Floyd spend $100,000 a month on this apartment? If I had to guess, it would be a combination of owning something is just kind of a liability. Plus, I'm pretty sure whenever you rent a place versus buy a place for business purposes, you're able to write off more of that lease payment. So if I had to guess, that $100,000 per month is going to be a pretty big write-off for him based on how he plans.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. recently claimed he bought a property worth more than $400 million. The statement was quickly met with skepticism, as many questioned whether it was true because no clear proof, public documentation, or confirmed details are provided to support the purchase.
Beef between 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather is heating up again. 50 Cent posted a video calling out Floyd's claim of spending $400 million on NYC apartments, saying there's no proof of the purchase. The long-running feud continues, with 50 Cent suggesting Floyd's real estate empire may be a fancy fantasy. Floyd has remained silent, but the drama shows no signs of ending.
Floyd Mayweather is trying to buy a piece of the New York Giant. Floyd, I know you're the GOAT in boxing. I don't need you to come to the NFL, especially to the NFC East, and mess with the Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys got going on. We got 2 easy wins against the Giants every year. I don't need you messing that up like Magic Johnson did when he went to the Washington Commanders and took them to the NFC Championship.
50 Cent further fueled the skepticism by taking aim at Floyd Mayweather Jr., saying there was no concrete evidence showing the building was truly in Floyd's name. He also ridiculed the announcement, implying it was simply another attempt to grab attention without any confirmed proof to support it.
Floyd Mayweather make a good real estate deal. Let's break it down really quick so you can understand, yes, the fuck he did. Let's start off with the purchase price. He bought 1,000 units for $402 million. What's the math? 402 million. Let's say 400 million divided by 1,000 units. That's what, people? $400,000. Okay, follow me. Now, rent in New York is about $3,000 to $4,000 for a 2 or 3 bedroom. Crazy, I know. That's how they living though. Now keep up. 400,000. What's 1% of 400,000? All right, that's $4,000. In real estate, there's something called the 1% rule, which means if something is 1% of the purchase price in rent, that means it is a cash flowing possibility, opportunity. So he has a cash flowing property straight out the gate. I'm not going to mention the hundreds of millions of dollars in tax exemptions he will get for this property. It's a win for Floyd.
Additional reports have echoed the concerns mentioned by 50 Cent, pointing out that no confirmed evidence supports Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s major real estate claims. Critics say the numbers appear inconsistent, and because Floyd has not shown any documentation, it has only increased doubts about his credibility.
None of the buildings that Floyd Mayweather claimed that he bought, his name is not listed as the owner of those buildings. Now, maybe it's an oversight. I hope that Floyd Mayweather bought these buildings.
According to critics and people close to the situation, including 50 Cent, Floyd Mayweather Jr. has displayed jealousy toward his former protege Gervonta Davis. Rather than completely supporting the younger star and helping him rise, Mayweather is accused of keeping the spotlight on himself, holding back the level of support Davis needed to maximize his potential.
I want to talk 50 and Mayweather. 50 said that Tank better get away from old boy because Mayweather got a jealous heart and Mayweather only wants himself to win. I found that, I think that was 50's IG, I think. You know what I'm saying? I think that was one of his posts. IG, Twitter, I don't know.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. shaped much of his career around a business model centered on playing the villain. By taking on that image, he attracted audiences willing to pay in hopes of watching him get defeated instead of victorious. The tactic proved extremely profitable, but it also left his legacy tied to arguments and controversy rather than broad respect.
Pretty boy Floyd. You see, in boxing, usually people have like an alter ego, the character they play. He had to change his character from Pretty Boy Floyd to Money because Pretty Boy Floyd had a problem. You need to listen. Now, the problem was he was tiny, but more than that, his hands were tiny. Now, I don't know much about JB, but I know he ain't big. And then boy got the same frame. That's twinning him. Now, let me be more specific. It wasn't his hands so much that were tiny. It's that they were brittle. It's believed to be genetic because his dad broke his hand and his uncle broke his hand. Yeah, they were all boxers and them boys could throw hands. That does not mean he had it easy. You see, his dad sold a bunch of stuff and his mom did a bunch of stuff. So to escape his traumatic childhood, all he would do is train day in and day out. He said, I had to take care of my mom. But he trained so much because it's all he knew that his hand started to hurt. Now, during a match, he breaks his hand. It turns out that both of his hands were severely injured. They told him, Floyd, you not boxing anymore. He said, nah, I'm finna box. They said, no, you're not hearing me. The problem is you already beat everybody your size. Listen, Floyd had a bigger issue. He needed to start boxing people that were way bigger than him because everybody his size couldn't hang with him. So if his hands were breaking against smaller guys, against bigger guys, he better have no arms. So Mayweather's team said we need to switch things up. This dude, Mayweather's promoter, said switch things. What? Not everything's saying the same, stupid. He said unless y'all got $750K to exit your contract is done. Mayweather said here. He said what? I don't pay you that much. Mayweather said I've been saving up for this day. He said, oh, okay, big dog, you got it. So they devised a plan. Go from Pretty Boy to Money. See, Pretty Boy loved to throw hands, but Money was a defensive specialist. In fact, he's easily considered as the greatest defensive boxer of all time. But that wasn't the only reason he changed his name. Look at that man's face. See, Mayweather was known to talk smack and aggravate people, but this made things even worse because now he's blocking and running away. So people was like, you doing all this talking, but you running. But as he's moving away, he's throwing in some hits here and there. And before you know, when the fight's over, he lands so many more hits that he always wins. So people would always say, Mayweather, you boring. You not throwing hands for real. But his reply was always, nah, do something about it. So people lost it. They started paying to see him lose. But this strategy was none other than Muhammad Ali's strategy. In his words, he would talk so much trash that people would pay to see him lose. And they would get disappointed every time. So they would come back next time and spend some more money. But the only person winning is Muhammad Ali. So this turns Mayweather into one of the richest athletes of all time. Why? Because of his brittle hands. So don't let anyone...
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has long been recognized for putting wealth at the center of his public image, often appearing with piles of cash, luxury cars, expensive jewelry, and private jets. Over the years, those displays have received mixed responses, with some people now seeing them as less impressive and more as attempts to gain attention. In one heavily talked about moment, he was shown counting money during a live event while the fight was still taking place, something many considered unnecessary. As time has passed, these moments have caused some critics to question whether the public image reflects the full reality. At the same time, reports and commentators have raised concerns about his finances, referencing claims of unpaid taxes and financial strain that may have been eased through income from exhibition bouts. Some reports also mention IRS matters and alleged liens from previous years, suggesting certain parts of his financial history have come under scrutiny.
Episode that stated that a lot of fighters believe in their immortality, you know what I mean? We've seen this before, so the question I ask, we have seen this movie before. Boxers traditionally going broke. You know, they start off well, so flamboyant, with all this money and all these cars, and they have businesses they invest in. There's something special, you know, at least in their minds they are. And then after either retirement or near retirement or after the game has left them, traditionally boxers go broke, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not saying this is going to happen to Floyd Mayweather, but I swear on everything, man, I hope it doesn't happen to Floyd Mayweather, because Floyd Mayweather is going to go down in the halls of history, ladies and gentlemen, as possibly top 3 to top 5 to top 10 of all-time greats. I mean, depending on how you view Floyd Money Mayweather. But however, he is definitely the #1 boxer of my era, ladies and gentlemen, of my time on this earth of watching this sport of boxing. No one has the skill set of Floyd Money Mayweather. Carve it up, chop it up how you like. Get on the debate about his opponents, all this other crap. We can have that for another video. But this man is going to go down in history as an all-time great without a doubt. And it's going to, and I understand the argument for those who want to may even present the argument that he's the #1 greatest of all time. I see valid points in that argument. I don't agree with that, but I see valid points in that argument. This is a great boxer. We are going to miss Floyd Money Mayweather when he leaves the sport, ladies and gentlemen. But the fact remains, Floyd Money Mayweather and all of his accomplishments and all of the great things he's done inside the ring, however, seems to be playing the same tune or acting in the same movie of a lot of boxers that make a lot.
Despite continued questions about his finances, Floyd Mayweather Jr. has maintained a lavish spending lifestyle, reportedly buying luxury cars, private jets, and costly items without any visible sign of slowing down. Critics argue that it appears less like smart money management and more like refusal to face reality. Other athletes, celebrities, and some fans have also started questioning his decisions. What was once viewed as a fun display of success is now seen by some as excessive and disconnected, especially during periods of broader economic hardship. Mayweather was once praised as a boxing rags-to-riches success story, but these days he is more frequently linked to alleged financial controversies and reported investigations involving major fraud claims.
Mayweather Jr. I mean, we all know him, the tremendous, talented boxer, but people don't realize how smart he is in business, especially real estate. He just did a blockbuster deal, forget about it. Upper Manhattan, 1,000 units, consisting of 60 buildings, affordable housing, $402 million purchase price. The seller, Black Spruce Management. This is going to be a monster, huge deal. Already a very big portion of it already closed. The remaining portion should be closing the beginning of 2025. This is a guy who believes in long-term wealth, generational wealth. He's heavily involved in skyscrapers. Now he's getting very, very big in affordable housing in Upper Manhattan. Tremendous deal. $402 million. Once again, 1,000 units, 60 buildings. Forget about it. Maron. That's what I'm talking about. That's smart. That's generational wealth, in my opinion. Not financial advice, not a financial planner, but very, very impressed. Floyd Mayweather Jr. Not too shabby. V for victory.
And that brings us to the end of today's video. Make sure to stick around for the next one.